today Huygens principle. So two assumptions are there. You are told to learn the two assumptions. You might have learned or read the book. What are the two assumptions? No one. First assumption says, suppose we are considering any wavelet or wave front. Suppose at any instant, the position of wave front is this one. It may be a plane wave front, maybe cylindrical wave front, maybe spherical wave front. So suppose this is the position of wave front. Now, first assumption says, this we call primary wave, which we are considering, that is primary wave front or wavelet. So first assumption says, each point of this primary wave or primary wavelet behaves like a source, point source. That is, light is emitted from each point of this wave front. That is, this is also becoming source, this is also source. All the points are source. This we call source of secondary wavelet. That means from here, light is being emitted. That is the first assumption. So each point of primary wavelet behaves like a source from which light is emitted in all possible directions, or the energy is transmitted, emitted in all possible directions. So each point can be treated as source. Now, if we want to know what will be the position of this wavelet, which we call secondary wavelet, so in order to find the position of secondary wavelet, we are drawing the sphere from each point. Now, what will be the radius of that sphere? That radius will be given by speed into time. Suppose we want after 1 nanosecond, what is the position? That means what is the distance covered by light in 1 nanosecond? So 3 into 10 what? 8 into 10 to the power minus 9 second. So 0.3 meter will be. So after 1 nanosecond, if you want, then we will draw sphere of radius 0.3 meter, that is 30 centimeter. 1 picosecond means 0.003 meter. So 0.3 centimeter or 3 millimeter radius. So we will draw a sphere from each point. So each point is behaving like a source. So a sphere will be drawn from each point. And the radius of the sphere will be given by the formula speed into time. So these are the spheres drawn from many points we can draw. We have not drawn all the points. All the points means infinite will be there. So we can draw only 3 points, only 2 points. That will depend on our convenience. Now the position of secondary wavefront will be given by the common tangent of all these spheres. So if we draw a common tangent, suppose this is the tangent like this. One common tangent from this side also maybe. As energy is transmitted in only one direction. Suppose this side is the source, energy may come like this only. After passing through the lens, the beam will diverge. So if beam will converge in that case after passing through convex lens. So if beam is diverging, then we have to consider this tangent only. If the source is this side, then this tangent we will consider. This will be the secondary wavefront. After time t. So its radius of each sphere will be, this will be r. And this r is given by speed into time. So this tangent we will not consider because energy is never transmitted in backward direction. If the beam is converging one, then this tangent only we will consider, this will not consider because the light is coming from this side there. In case of converging beam. This is in case of diverging beam. Source is this side, energy is being transmitted from this side only. So this will be the position of wavefront. And the rays perpendicular to this will be the rays. So this concept we are using in order to explain many phenomena like reflection, refraction. When the light is passing through prism, what will be the wavefront? When the light is passed through mirror, convex mirror, concave mirror, or lens, all these phenomena can be explained easily by this. In our syllabus only, we have to explain two things or verification. We have to verify laws of reflection and laws of refraction by using this principle. Yes, anyone having any doubt till here?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
So you said that that in that primary wavelength, each point acts as a source. Then what is that source you have given as a dot?
No, this is the main source. Suppose the bulb is here or the filament of the bulb is here. After some time, the primary wave plate come here. Spheric. Yesterday we have done. We will draw the common tangent of.
Yes, sir.
We will draw the locus of all the points vibrating in same phase. That we call wavefront. So suppose at t equal to 0, we are considering the wavefront is here. This is suppose at t equal to 0. Okay, maybe plane wavefront we are considering. At sunlight is coming at this place here now. We want what will be its position after 1 nanosecond. Maybe it may come here. So for this is primary. And this will be the secondary, which will get the new one. So in case of plane wavefront, suppose this is your primary at t equal to 0. 0 means when you start observing. Where was the wavefront when you start observing it? That is the primary wavefront. There is no particular definition. This may be also primary. When we start observing here, after some time it will come to this place. Now, after this we want, then this will become primary. After some time it will come to this place. This will be secondary. Now, this is the reference. Then another one, that will be secondary. This will become primary. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Any other?
No, sir.
Any other instrument?
Yes, sir.
No one. Yeah, what is that?
So what you said about that you will consider the right side at common tangent or left side.
Yeah, so what will be, suppose if you consider the source is this side, this is the source. So in this case, what will be, rays are coming out this way. So if this is your primary wavefront, and you are drawing the tangent like, sphere like this, then we have to consider this one only, not this side. This side we have not to consider. If at t equal to 0, this is the wave front, then at t equal to t, this much will be there, not this one. Because source is this side, so energy is transmitted this side only. If the ray is passing after this, suppose this is the parallel beam, means plane wavefront. Parallel beam means plane wavefront. After passing through this, what will be? It is coming like this. So this will come spherical one only. So if this is the t equal to 0, if we are considering this is the wavefront, then common tangent where we are drawing, then this one we will consider. Because it is moving in that direction, not this one. That is the meaning. Always energy will be transmitted in forward direction.
Yes, sir.
So if we consider any plane wave front, then what will be? Each point will behave like source, and when you draw the sphere, what will be? This will be the common tangent. If energy is being transmitted from this side, if energy is coming from this side, then this will be the common tangent. So in case of plane wavefront, what will be? In case of spherical wavefront, we will have to draw so many spheres. Then only we will get the particular shape. But if we are considering a plane wavefront, then we are considering only two spheres. Suppose this is one sphere, this is another sphere. Then this is the common tangent. So by drawing only two spheres also, we can know the position of wavefront or know the shape of wavefront. If it is plane wavefront, then it will be, if there is no change in the medium, always it will be plane wavefront only. Spherical wavefront, no change in medium, it will be spherical, but radius will keep on increasing. So if we reach up to infinite, it will become plane wavefront. Yes, any other doubt? Any other doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Then we will use this Huygens principle to verify laws of reflection, and laws of refraction. That is Snell's law. Alternate year it is asked. If 1 year Huygens principle is not asked, then next year again it will be asked. Sometime it is coming. 1 year laws of reflection, other year laws of refraction also. Continuous year it is asking sometime. So this is very important one, and frequently it is asked. So if you are not having pencil and scale, first you take pencil and scale. Take out pencil and scale. And this divider also, protector also, you, or compass, what you are saying. So that also you will require. So first you take all these things. Not.
Sir, not
Yes,
Still
sir.
visible.
searching. Huh?
Not visible
Still
what you have
searching.
written.
Huh?
So do it down. Sir, do the move. So place the move a little bit down, sir. Upper part is not visible.
Only that line is there. Verification of laws of reflection by using Huygens principle. Verification of laws of reflection by using Huygens principle. Sometimes it is asked, state Huygens principle and use it to verify laws of reflection. So to verify this, we will consider a plane mirror. Suppose this is the plane mirror. On this mirror, parallel rays are incident. For our convenience, we are doing with parallel rays, because if you are doing only two sphere, then also we can know the position of wavefront. That's why we are preferring this one only. So suppose this wavefront is incident on, parallel wavefront is incident on this one. So this is one of the ray, and this is another ray we are considering. With the help of scale, you can draw two parallel lines. Okay. So this is the ray. This is the wavefront. Maybe it is coming like this. After some time, the position of wavefront is this one. After some time, position of wavefront will be coming this one. Now, after some time, the position of wavefront is this one. Did you understand this part? These are the rays. You can consider many rays, many other rays also. Now, these are the wavefront. These lines are wavefront, plane wavefront we are considering. Now, when this ray has striked, or when a part of this wavefront has strike, this is still in air, or the remaining part is still in air. Yes, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Or still searching pencil and scale?
No, sir. Listening, sir.
Okay, so when this ray has strike, this ray is still in air. By the time this ray will reach here, what will be done by this? According to Huygens principle, what is that? Each point has become the source. We consider this wavefront. This has become source, this is also source, this is also source. All are source only. Now, from this particular source, what is happening? The light is reflected. It is returned in the same medium. Whereas this part is still coming to the mirror. So position of wavefront will not be like this. Half will be this side and half will be some other place. And that part will keep on increasing till this also strikes the mirror. So when this point strikes the mirror, or this ray strikes the mirror, during that time what will be? This will spread light into what radius? When this has struck this place, maybe after t second, During that time, this will spread light, will return light into same medium in a sphere of radius c into t, and this radius will also be c into t. Okay, suppose this we are saying A, this is B, this is C. So when point A has strike, B is still in air, and when B strikes the plane mirror at point C, during that time, A will spread light into which radius? If BC is, or if light takes t second to reach from B to C, then this BC is C into T, where C is the speed of light. Or Cm you can take. Cm is the speed of light in that medium. Generally we take air only. Just to bifurcate what is the C and what is Cm, or C0 you can write, no problem, or Ca you can write. Okay, take in air only. In air, as we are discussing this in air only, so Ca it may be. So Bc will be Ca into T, speed into time. That is distance. Now during this interval, A will become the source of secondary wave front. So during this time, this interval, A will become source of secondary wavelet or secondary wave, and will emit light into a sphere of radius c into t. So whatever distance of BC is, you draw a circle of same radius. This distance BC, same radius circle you draw from point A, because A has become the source, and during the time when it has reached to point C, it will spread light into a sphere of radius c into t. We will write a sphere, but we can't draw a sphere here, so we'll draw circle. Light will be spread in 3 dimensions, but we can't draw that sphere here, so we will draw circle. So whatever radius is this one BC, take this one as a radius and draw the circle of same radius. Okay. Nice way you draw. You are having the divider, so draw it properly. Now what is there? A has spread light into this sphere, whereas C has just become the source. C has just become the source. That is, it will spread light into a sphere of zero radius. It has just become the source of secondary wave, whereas this one has spread light into this sphere. If you draw nicely, you will understand properly. If you draw freehand, you will not understand properly. So that's why I told you, use the compass and scale. Sorry. So according to Huygens principle, what will be the position of wave front? That is the common tangent. So one sphere is this much, other sphere is this one of zero radius. So common tangent means we will draw the tangent from C on this circle. We will write a sphere, but drawing will be on the circle only. So if we draw the common tangent, how will you draw the common tangent? So if we join this point, suppose here you are joining, then it is intersecting two places. It will not be there. So you will just, it should touch at one place only. So this is the position of common tangent. So this is the position of wave front. It has spread light into radius of CT, whereas C has just become the source. After T equal to T, position of wave front is CD. Did you understand this part? Yes. So what we did here, we have considered a plane wave front which is going to strike this plane mirror. You may name this plane mirror, no problem. Suppose this is M, this is N. This point is P. So when this ray PA strikes the mirror, the ray QB is still in air. When the ray QB strikes the mirror at point C, during this interval, A will spread light into sphere of radius C into T. So the new position of wave front will be the common tangent of this sphere, which is of zero radius, like point, and the sphere of this CT radius. And this tangent is CD. It is touching at point B. So CD will be the position of wave front after time t second. So according to Huygens principle, what will be? The position of wave front will be the common tangent. is tangent drawn from point C on the sphere. On the sphere drawn. Okay. So which sphere we have drawn of radius CT? Of radius CT. So this CD will be the position of wavefront. The position of wavefront BAB at t equal to 0. So if at t equal to 0 we are considering the position of wavefront is AB, then this CD will be the position of wavefront at t equal to t. Now how will you draw the reflected ray? As we know, this ray and wavefront is perpendicular to each other.
Yeah.
So in order to draw the reflected ray, you will join point A and point D. So this point A and point D you will join. This will be the reflected ray. So this will give the reflected ray. Parallel to this, if you are drawing from here, this will be the position of reflected ray. That is after, if t equal to 0, this is the wavefront. After t equal to any time, wavefront will come here. After that, it will come here. Understood this part?
Sir,
The time is already up, sir.
Your angle will be this much, 45 degree. Then your point B and D will coincide. So don't take 45 degree. Any other angle you take.
yeah.
This angle should be less than 45. Then you will get
So do the camera little down, sir, please.
Anyone asking question or what?
Sir, can you shift the camera a little bit down, sir? Some parts are not visible.
Audio is not very clear.
Sorry.
Voice
Sir,
is very
shift.
low. Voice is very low. Just to write. What do you want? Shift the camera down. Okay. What is happening here? So this AD will be the reflected ray from point A, and parallel to this, if we draw here, the C, suppose we are saying this is R. So AD and CR are the reflected rays from the mirror. Because the ray is always perpendicular to the wave front.
Sir, time is up. Should we continue further or leave?
AD and CR will be the reflected ray. From the medium. Now this is the position of incident ray, reflected ray we got with the help of Huygens principle. We have not drawn by using the concept that I equal to R. Another class in few minutes, okay. So we'll finish within two minutes. I also got class from 11:20. So in order to prove that angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection, what we will do? We will draw normal from here. This is, we are taking X, this is Y. This is suppose M, this is N. So this will be the angle of incidence. This is the angle of reflection. We have to prove that angle of incidence equal to angle of reflection. Here this MAD is also angle of reflection.